Hey y'all, welcome to Witty Banter.
I'm Monica.
And I'm Paola, and today we're going to go down memory lane. We're going to talk a little bit about the concerts that, we first went to, or the most impactful concerts we've gone to.
Mm-hmm.
I know you go to a lot of concerts.
Ooh, girl, that's my love language. Like bonding time, love language, everything.
Yes. I know you've gone to a multitude of concerts. I've been to a few, but still very impactful. And we weren't here last week, we're going to talk about what we did during Memorial Weekend as well. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful 3-day weekend, enjoyed it with the family. I know I did. I even got little tattoos.
I know, she's a tatted lady now.
Little tatted mommy out here. Okay.
Those are your first two, right?
Yes, these are my first two. This is like technically the first one.
I remember you drawing that shit everywhere on your paper.
Yes. When I tell you, I've been doodling this since middle school. I've literally been doodling this since middle school.
It's so cute.
Just like my little symbols that I live by: peace, love, and happiness. And so the reason I put it here is because whenever I hold my microphone, I can, spread that message to everybody around the world.
It's really
peace, love, happiness.
And then you have your little star.
And then we have the little star. My friend Christian and Ayana, we met, I think it was like 2021 maybe, pandemic time. And we just like immediately connected and had this like soul sister type of moment. Kind of like whenever we met, we just like immediately boom.
Kismet,
Yeah, kismet, exactly. And so we decided to commemorate our friendship with like a little star to show that we shine on our own, but we shine brighter together.
Yes.
So no matter where we are in this world, we're going to keep shining, and together we're going to make the world a better place. And one of our friends, she actually wants to move to the UK. And so that's the reason why we're like, okay, before you go, it's a pinky promise that we're always going to be together, no matter where in life we are, where in the world we might be. So super sweet, super symbolic. I think that I don't think I would get a tattoo if it wasn't like representative of me, or if it doesn't mean anything. Like I'm not gonna get like a random 13 because it was $13,
Yeah, so like, there's a lot of people that if y'all don't know, there's like a whole Friday the 13th kind of thing where you go to different tattoo parlors and they'll give you like a free tattoo, but it has to have the number 13 in it.
Right. And it's like, or it could be like $13 for Friday the 13th. And it's like all of these like scary Halloween type of things.
Like, I think I've seen somebody put a pizza on there, and I'm like, I mean,
it's like, if that's on you, that's your prerogative. You want to do that, absolutely go for it. But for me, if it's going to be permanently on my body forever and ever and ever, amen, it better mean something. It can't just be any like willy-nilly thing. Like, no.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, but I also have just one.
Okay, girl. Exposing her tattoo. No,
yeah, well, I'm going to say it now because at this point, my birthday is this Wednesday. This episode will be the day after, but my birthday is this Wednesday. I'm going to be 31 years old. Yes, at this point, I'm like,
let it all out, girl. Let it all out.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I have a tattoo on my hip. Originally, it was going to be on my arm because I wanted it to be a talking piece for depression, anxiety, mental health. So there was a series or a trend at some point in time. I don't know if it's still a thing, but it was the semicolon.
Oh, yeah.
So the semicolon tattoo, it means that life isn't over. It's the same thing, but a new idea afterwards. So it's a sense of like, don't give up. Kind of thing. Selena Gomez has it on her arm. There's a couple of artists that do have the semicolon tattoo, but my idea has always been with butterflies, right? So butterflies, it's like metamorphosis. It's transforming into something beautiful.
No, and I remember butterflies have always been your symbol. Like has always been everywhere. Since I met you. You're like butterflies. Like I have to have butterflies.
Yeah. So to me, it's a good luck charm. To me, it's talking about the transformation of who you once were to who you are now. And so I put those two together, and it's a butterfly semicolon tattoo.
What?
Yeah. And like I said, originally it was going to go on the wrist because I wanted it to be...
I don't even think I've seen this tattoo. So is it like a semicolon and then the little butterfly wings?
Well, it's just one wing. And then...
So it's like a half wing.
Yeah.
Type thing. Okay.
So she's facing this way?
She's looking into the light.
Yeah. But I mean, ultimately, I got that when I was 28. There was a lot of change going on in my life at 28 years old. I had colored my hair for the first time, and I colored it pink.
Yes, I remember the pink hair.
And then I also got Milo, so that was all. 2018 was an interesting year. And yeah, I don't regret it. I don't regret it one bit. So yeah. So I also have my little semicolon tattoo. Aww. Alexa keeps talking about getting a matching tattoo.
You should. It's amazing. And honestly, like whenever I look at my star, it's peeling right now, so it looks a little ratchet. Don't worry about it. Like it's like a little faded right here.
She just got it done
right here. I did just get it done on Monday. Okay, so it's gonna be peeling. It's normal. Okay, I keep telling myself
everybody goes through it. Everybody
goes through it. It's okay. It's okay. No, but when I see it, I really do feel grounded. I'm like, you know what? I do shine bright. Like. And with the people that I love, it's even better. And it's just like, it's so grounded. And then it just reminds you of like all the people that love you and support you. And you can do anything through it. So Alexa, if you're thinking about it, you should do it.
Yes, we just haven't decided what we want to do. And it's like, I've never gotten a matching tattoo with anybody, obviously, because I only have the one.
I feel like this is like a soul tie. Yeah. Have you ever heard of soul ties?
Oh, yeah.
How, like, people are just connected to each other kismically, right? And so it's like, it feels like this just solidified that soul tie.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you feel like a strong connection with somebody, I think it's a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah. So. And then in our families and our cultures, not a lot of people like
my mom, when I first told her, okay, so the idea I had for my first tattoo was actually to have todo lo puedo en Cristo, like right behind right here, partly because I wear my hair down all the time, and so you wouldn't be able to see it unless my hair was up, but this is before I was going to tell my mom,
right?
Because I was like probably too scared to tell her. But one day I was like, you know what, Mom, I'm 18, I'm like, I've already been living life. Okay, let me go ahead and tell you what's going on.
We always think that we know everything at 18, and
we fucking don't. We don't. Mm-mm.
No, it took me a long time. It took me a long time for me to really just be like, okay, yeah, pull the trigger. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. And then I remember I was in the tattoo parlor with the boyfriend at the time that I had, and he was getting like a whole thing.
Damn.
And so we were there for his appointment, and I'm like, I want it. I want my tattoo. I want my tattoo. I want my tattoo. And like, I just kept going back and forth with it, which anxiety, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm going to call my dad. And I knew my dad was busy though.
So you're like, he's not going to answer.
He's not going to answer, so it's fine.
Okay. I made my call.
So they were at a wedding. They were at a wedding at the reception. And he basically was like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, so listen, how mad are you going to be if I go through with what I want to go through with? And he's like, most of the time my dad is the one that's a little bit more on my side of things. But he's like, look, this is going to be on your body for the rest of your life.
It's a permanent decision.
Make sure that you pick what you want to pick. He didn't give me permission. He did not give me permission. He was just more like, you're already going to do it because you're already there. He's like, I'm not dumb. He's like, I know that you're going to like go through with it, but make sure that you select something that's tasteful and also somewhere that you can like, it means something to you, but you can also like put it away when we have family, because both of my grandparents are still living, on both sides. And so my dad has always been really, really respectful to my grandmother. And, he's like, your grandparents love you so much. They don't want to see you like inked up or anything like that. I'm like, okay, I get it. I get the respect.
Yes.
And so that for that reason, it wasn't going to be here anymore. Originally, I was like, okay, the next place I would probably put it would be like rib cage. I heard that shit hurts so
I've heard it hurts too.
Bad.
I don't think I would ever do that now.
And so that's why I was like, you know what? My hip. Let me go ahead and put it there. I can cover it up. I made sure that like the little...
Can you still see it? Like, because for me, I'm like, the first day I had it done, I was literally just like...
See, and me too.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think I would be able to put it anywhere else.
I kept
because I want to be able to see it.
I kept showing people. I was like, look at it.
Just flashing people your hip. Look at my tattoo. I can imagine you're stopped and like at a red light and somebody pulls up next to you. And you're like, look at my tattoo.
Because it was a big deal to me. I was, that was what I wanted. I got it. it still means a lot to me now. Obviously, you know, my parents were always concerned about, you're gonna get like the ink bug where you're gonna be addicted to getting tattooed. I'm like,
I feel like no. I feel like I already went through the trauma of getting like piercings, and I got 3.
Yeah.
And I feel like, okay, 3, that's good. Like that's enough. I don't need to go through it again. I even have like 2 like actual earrings that I could do more piercings with, but I'm like, you know what? I'll wait. And the same thing with these. It's like these are just so special that I don't think I want to add another one anytime soon to like just really savor this. But back to my story with my mom, when I told her about the tattoo that I wanted, it's todo lo puedo en Cristo que me fortalece in a circle back here as like a seal of protection, because that's what my mom always said, like I can do all things with God, right? And so she was like, well, actually, you know, why don't you get a tattoo artist to like do a drawing and just frame it so you can see it? It's, you're not gonna be able to see it if it's the same thing. I was like, it's not the fucking same thing, but okay, I hear you. No tattoos, noted. So, you know, I'm 30 now, so, you know, it's okay.
She said, I hit the 30 mark, so therefore
I think it's okay. No, yeah, and they thought they were cute and tasteful, so.
Well, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. No, I'm glad you got something, you know, that really embodies who you are as a person.
I think so. I think it does.
Yay.
I know, look at it.
Little baby growing up.
Finally getting a little tattoo.
But yeah, so Memorial Day weekend went really well. You know, ultimately I had a gig. I opened up for Ram Herrera at the Levitt Pavilion in Arlington. So
we love the Levitt.
Right next door to Grand Prairie. And it was a lot of fun. Got to spend a lot of time with family and really, you know, really enjoying my time there. And then Marco being off too, that helps a lot because, again, we don't see each other all that much.
Yeah, exactly.
So it went good. The gig went really well. I had family like come out and really support. I kind of laughed because Alexa was like my, you know, if I needed something, she was right there. Yes. You know, so shout out to Alexa. Thank you so much. Yes, she's great. And then ultimately, like the rest of the week, it's just been kind of getting prepared for the summer. There's a lot of stuff coming up in the summertime, including a concert that I'm going to at the end of this month.
Really?
Joey bought Beyonce tickets.
Are you going to Houston?
I'm going to Houston, baby. H-Town, baby. H-Town.
Yes. And she's from H-Town, so I feel like the energy there is just like
it's
unparalleled.
Gonna be popping for real.
Yes, it's gonna be popping. Last time she brought Meg Thee Stallion, right?
Yeah,
to perform. So I wonder if she's gonna bring anybody else out.
Well, she didn't bring anybody to Dallas, so you know.
But it's not H-Town. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, it's not H-Town. I feel like for me, if I were to do a world tour and I came to Dallas, I'm gonna bring all the fucking stuff, like everything. Everybody come through to Dallas. Is my hometown, you know. So I feel like the same thing with Beyonce. But that was such a great transition because we can talk about our first concerts or the most impactful. Because for me, it was my very first concert was at the American Airlines Center to watch Don Omar and Aventura. You know, when Don Omar and Aventura had that one song together and that was like really popping. So I was in 6th grade and I guess I was
in the
yes, exactly. My 6th grade English teacher, Miss Butner. Shout out to Miss Butner. I actually saw her last year at the State Fair of Texas. She was like standing there watching us perform. Didn't even realize it was me. And I saw her and I was like, "Hello, hey Miss Butner, I see you in the crowd." You know, and she was just like,
"Who's my name?"
Was she talking to me? Like, is she really talking to me? And she finally came up. I was like, "Hey, Miss Butner, it's me, Sylvia Garcia. I was your student." She's like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I know who you are." I was like, "You better, because you took me to a concert when I was 12."
I'm the most memorable thing you should know about.
Exactly, period. And it was like such a fun time because her husband actually would get tickets through work, and he would just like not be available, so she would go and take people. And because I was such a good student, she took me as like her +1 plus like 2 other teachers, and we had a whole little booth with like the little box.
Dang, she got a suite.
I got a suite. Yes, that's what it was, the suite. And yeah, we were just watching the concert from the little suite, little nice
sweet life of Paola.
Yes, literally. So definitely my like best experience for the first ever concert. And I will never forget it because I got like the sweet life, you know, and got to see 2 of my favorite artists at the time that was just like popping. And I was like able to be like, "I love you, Aventura," you know, and everything, like doing the whole thing. So that was, I think that was like the most impactful because it was my first ever, and it was like such a really great experience.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I don't know about sweets, but I never got that. But no, for the most part, we had this question like before we got on to talking about the what we were going to talk about today, and I told her, I was like, I don't remember. I don't remember my first
Girl,
one.
you know how you brought up the Rihanna picture? You're like, we went to the Rihanna concert? For the life of me, I could not remember. And I saw the picture, and it was funny because I was talking to Ayana and Christian after our tattoo, and I was like, literally, I saw the picture, and I was like, damn, I was there. I remember, but I don't remember the damn concert.
The only thing I remember from the concert was that she had to cut it short because something caught on fire. You remember that?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. I do remember that. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That was the only thing I remember. I mean, yes, I remember.
I remember the lighting being like really red and like just like really bright.
Yes.
That's all I remember, but I don't remember it.
Yes, and we were in high school and we were listening to this album.
Which one was this? The Bad Girl?
It
like
was
the
Bad Girl,
right?
Yeah. Girl, we were singing the songs.
I know.
To be a kid and to just like, have so much innocence of not knowing what you're singing about.
It's like whips and chains excite me. I guess.
Oh, what?
Sure. Whatever.
So, yeah.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but, whips and chains excite me, I guess.
I guess. Yeah. It's
I like that, instead of the glue, I'm the glue and everything that says sticks onto you or whatever.
Right.
Like,
let's change it up a little bit.
Yeah, I like it.
Make it a little bit more mature.
And I had no idea what the fuck she was saying, what she was saying.
Right. I remember we were on the bus to like a choir concert or some like UIL something. And listening to the song because it was like S and M, I was like,
Sylvia and Monica, we have to go to the Rihanna concert. She's talking about us. I do remember that.
Girl,
shit.
bye.
Were we going to like a?
It was like UIL,
like Little Elm or some shit, right?
Yes.
Like we went. Yes. It was like a long.
It was a long trip.
I do remember that.
And we still had the headphones that attaches to the phone. Where
we didn't have the earbuds.
Where you could like it was attached together. Yeah. Old school.
Yeah, like you sit here and I sit here, you get the right butt, I get the left butt.
Yeah.
I get it. Yep.
Girl.
That Rihanna concert. Wait, so which one was your favorite, most impactful, or did you remember your first concert?
I'm trying to think because it goes back a ways, right?
I'm over here trying to buy you time.
I know. She's like, okay, so what was your concert? No, so I think if I'm correct, and Joey might, tell me like, no, that's not the first one. I'm sorry. I don't remember.
Joey, if you want to comment, you're going to have to come do an episode. #brothers. #never forget. We'll always bring it up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he ever comes on, but I don't think so. I think Pablo's alone on that one. No, so my parents, if you remember, Six Flags used to always do like the summer concerts. You would buy the tickets, but you could also like go in the park and kind of ride the rides and then go to the concert.
Right.
I believe my very, very, very first concert was Ali and AJ.
Aww.
And the Jonas Brothers were opening up for them. And they were not anything
really
yet.
So you saw them before they were big?
Yes, girl.
They weren't, were they on Disney?
No,
were they on Disney yet or no?
No, I don't think they were just yet.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to remember because it was the very
How
first
old was Nick?
album. No. we were the same age, so it had to have been what? They were teenagers when they got on Disney, right?
Yeah, they were teenagers.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't know how old Nick was, but I remember Nick was like our age, so that's the only reason why I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I know it happened all in middle school because that's whenever they like started blowing up. I want to say like 7th or 8th grade.
Right.
That's whenever the Jonas Brothers became a thing. So I'm assuming I was in 6th grade.
Okay, look at us getting our first experiences in 6th grade.
And because I didn't know who they were, and there was just so much like, I've always been a late bloomer when it comes to like liking or crushing on boy bands.
Yeah, I didn't really have that phase.
That wasn't my thing, and so
we were listening to Rihanna, okay?
Going real mature. No, but everybody, whenever they became famous, whenever they became popular, they were like, okay, so which one would you date? Kevin, Joe, or Nick? I'm like, bitch,
fuck
I don't
Kevin.
know.
No. That's a age gap that we don't want to get into.
Well, for all I know, I thought Kevin was gay. I really did.
I mean, that would go, pretty
And then
on
he was
par.
the first one to get married. I was like,
The fuck? Well, he was the older one,
yeah.
right? Like, how old was he whenever?
Dude, I don't know.
I feel like he was like
up
19,
there.
20 maybe.
I was like, what are you doing here? Kevin, what are you doing?
Yeah, for real. I don't know. Maybe it was because I'm so young. I feel like he was like 21 whenever.
He looked like he is the older brother.
Mature.
He looked like what he was supposed to look like. And then obviously it was a tie between Joe and Nick. But for me, I was like, girl, I listen to Evanescence and like Linkin Park and Breaking Bench. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm
Slipknot.
Like, who the fuck is Nick and Joe and Kevin? I listen to Don Omar. I listen to Aventura. Like
Daddy Yankee.
Who the fuck is that? No, that's me, literally. And it was so funny that you mentioned that, because growing up, I was always listening to like all the Spanish music.
Yeah.
I really like, if I listened to like the, I guess, English music, it was the music that my sisters were listening to, not because I was like trying to listen to it. So like early middle school, I'd be like, who the hell are y'all talking about? Disney Channel? I don't even have cable, okay? Arthur all the way.
Right.
That's my boo. Come on,
And I said,
hey, what's up with you? Okay. Like that was me in like elementary, middle school. But then in high school, I got like a little MP3 player. Then was like, okay, what are you listening to? What are you listening to? Oh, okay. I got that.
I got that in my ears.
Okay.
Yeah. You get introduced to so many different things. But yeah, so Ali and AJ, I believe, I feel 99.999% sure that
confirm Joey. Okay.
That was my first concert. I think I still have the tickets. I had them hanged up in my room for years next to Raven Simone.
Aww.
So, and like, that's what we used to do. We used to keep the ticket stubs for everything. So like movies and concerts and everything.
I remember that too.
Because it's nostalgia. And these kids don't know nothing about it because it's all on the freaking phone.
It's all on my Apple Wallet,
For real. So yeah, so Ali and AJ was my first concert. I forget who I brought with me because I did have a friend go with me. Not Kaylee. So Kaylee is like, we grew up in diapers together. So shout out to Kaylee, or Kale. She likes to go by Kale. But we went to the Raven concert together on that one. And so we also, one of the like the fondest memories was that we both won like toys at Six Flags. So we have these like camouflage like monkeys that the hands go together and the feet. I still have mine, and I'm pretty sure she has hers, but it's those memories in itself. Like you can remember like who you went with, what song you really, really like loved and enjoyed. And Ali and AJ, the second time that I saw them, I just saw them last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when they came to where was it? It was in the city, House of Blues.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and their style is completely different now, but it's still like, it's songwriter, indie, a little bit of Western. I love that shit. So I get down with some Ali and AJ.
Yay, nice. Speaking of like going to a concert of an artist that you previously saw as well, I went to Natalia Lafourcade's concert on Thursday last week, and oh my gosh, when I tell you, I cried.
Was that your first time crying at a concert though?
No. That not my first time crying at a concert. My first time crying at a concert was Los Enanitos Verdes, because they're like my favorite like rock en español band, aside from Maná.
Yeah.
Because Maná's classic. But yeah, Los Enanitos Verdes, I went and saw them. And when Mariano sang, what is the name of, I don't remember the name of the song, but it was like one of the songs that like really spoke to me.
Yeah.
And when Mariano sang that, I just like cried. I have a video of me, like, I don't think I have it in this phone anymore, but it wasn't me. I was like singing along, and it was just like so bad. And I was just like, ooh, yeah, maybe not record while I'm crying.
Right.
Because I'm over here just like, oh my God.
I can't breathe.
Yes, literally, I couldn't breathe. And yeah, that concert was amazing. And it was one of those concerts that like, he wasn't wearing anything fancy. He was in a t-shirt, some cargo shorts, and like sandals.
Yeah.
But the way that he just like went up there and just like performed the shit out of those songs, it was just like, yeah, it doesn't really matter, because music transcends
the
physical,
Absolutely.
So like, his voice, his energy, like everything about it just like, yeah, sent me to a different dimension. And I was just like crying. And so then Natalia Lafourcade, when she sang Soledad y el Mar, same idea of just like, oh my gosh, god damn. Because I sang all of those songs. Like I remember going to Louisiana the day before me and Christian got engaged, and there was a freaking hurricane coming through, and I was like, no, we're going to this cabin. Like, just put on Musas, put the album Musas. I'll make it to the cabin. Don't worry about
She
the
was on a
rain.
mission.
I was on a mission. I was like, you just take a nap because you're stressing me out. Like,
shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Go to sleep. Put my album on, and we're gonna get there safe. And so Musas literally through so many like storms, it got me through. And so Soledad del Mar is one of those that like hits me so hard because she talks about just being alone and enjoying your solitude in the ocean, and how the ocean just purifies, and like things that you don't even think about are happening in the ocean, you know. And so it's just like this massive world. And yeah, her singing that was just like so impactful. And I thought she was gonna have a whole orchestra there, because her last like album La Cancionera, she has a full orchestra that is recording with her, but and she's also performing at the Winspear. So I was like, hell yeah, she's gonna have a whole orchestra. But no, it was just her and her guitar. And
that's even more intimate.
Yes, way more intimate. I was like, wow, I didn't realize that's all I needed. I just needed her and her guitar, because like the way she plays guitar, y'all, like it seems like it's 3 different people playing guitar, and her singing all of these songs. And like, of course, she sung like Nunca es Suficiente, you know, all of these classic songs, El Año 2000. So she went through her like repertoire, her all her songs and everything, and she sang it all by herself. She talked about how she just turned 40 and how she was like trying to live. Yes, she just turned 40, so she's like 10 years older than me. And so watching her be just her in like her 40 years, and just, you know, pouring her heart out for us, was just like, just yeah, a beautiful, breathtaking masterpiece. Honestly, like she really is a genius. And when I saw her the first time, she was with her band. She was touring the Nunca Hasta la Raíz, that album. And so like,
that's
I had
really
actually
good song
yes,
too.
really good song. And I like called into the radio and got me some free tickets to her concert. Yes. Have you ever done that before?
No, but I Josie, you know, so shout out to Josie. She'll do that every once in a while, and she'll win. And I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't have the luck, girl. I don't have the luck at the casinos. I don't have the luck at like calling in and getting things.
Girl, I've only done that 2 times. And I won. Natalia Lafourcade won. And then the second time was me singing with Maná.
I was hoping you were going to bring it up. Oh my gosh.
So that one was so fucking random. I just sent in a video of me singing the Shakira part of that one song with him and Shakira. And I won. So I got to meet Maná, went up and did the sound check. At that time, I wasn't practicing as much. So they didn't let me go on stage with him, which was fine. But I was able to like meet them backstage, and we sang together, but just not on stage. So
you know what? You got to meet them.
Yes.
They're coming into town at some point in Grand Prairie, and we really want to go.
Yes,
not Grand Prairie,
they're
Dallas.
amazing. Girl, and I had front row seats and everything. So like, girl, regardless of whether I was able to go on stage and perform with him or not,
she was like, I don't care. I still
got a full-blown experience. And of course I learned like, okay, if I really want to do this professionally, I need to practice, and I need to make sure I know these damn songs. So here we are now, you know. Learn from that.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. No, I mean, we've already talked about the concert that I've cried at. I mean, look, like I said, did I expect to cry as much as I did for Adele? No. Again, all she had to say was, hello. And then, woo, just like tears.
Girl,
and she was coming from under the stage. So she was levitating. I was like, Queen. Like, my gosh. And then the whole concert was incredible. Like, I can't, there's nothing more. No comment. Like, it was great. My brother was like, well, she don't even really move around. She don't have to.
Yeah, literally. Some people literally don't have to get dressed up. Some people don't even have to move on stage.
You know, for her to do choreography, that would ruin everything for me. It
honestly,
really would.
Yeah.
because that's not the kind of girl she is. She is not that
Mm-mm.
kind of girl,
No,
you know?
and honestly, with her, she could just put on a nice fancy dress, stand there and sing, and I'd be happy.
She had a residency in Las Vegas. My aunt, my tia Susie, and Josie, they actually got to go. I never got to see it. I never got to see it. Do you know? I was like, gutted. I was so upset. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. And she's an artist. She's not, I mean, she's not going anywhere anytime soon,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah, that was the one artist that I was like, I couldn't stop crying because I think I connected so much with the album.
Dude, I know.
With all of the albums, really.
Yes.
But with that last one, this is the album before the last one she made with Go Easy on Me.
Mm-hmm.
So not that album, but the one before it. Mm-hmm. And that's the one that was like, send my love to your new love.
Yes.
Dreaming better. So it was like all of the heartfelt emotions, all of like the mixed emotions of falling in love with somebody, with falling out of love with somebody. She had bonus tracks on there. If you went to Target, you got the bonus track because it's not on Spotify.
Really?
It's not on anywhere. And she won't sing it live because of how deep the song is. I'm trying to think what the name of the song was, but it's like, it's very like,
yeah,
you know,
heart.
But I think that's why I love her so much, is because like I have very big emotions and I feel them all.
Yeah.
All the time, you know? So I'm a very sensitive soul, and like hearing music, if you drive up to me and I'm crying, don't worry about it. I'm just having a moment in the car. And that's just how it is, you know? Like I like music that makes you feel something. Yeah. Even if it's sad, even if it's like angry, even you have to feel everything to experience like going forward in life.
Yeah.
Because if you just bottle it,
oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like you have to go through it in order to get through it.
Yeah.
You know? So like if you have to feel whatever you have to feel it.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that's gonna help you. You
and
know,
music helps.
Desahogate. And music is that like agent to help us. Like
that's why you got some music out there that's like perfect for drinking. You know, there's different styles of music,
moods,
different moods. You know, so it goes hand in hand. But what's one concert to kind of like put it all together? What is one person that you want to see in concert so bad that you haven't seen yet?
Oh, that I haven't seen yet? Dang. Okay. Well, before we go there, do want to mention that I went to Karol G's tour. I haven't seen her Netflix documentary yet.
I haven't either.
I feel like I'm gonna cry. Like
that's kind of why I haven't watched it just yet, because I'm worried I'm just gonna be sitting on my couch like just...
I was like, oh my god. Like, yeah, I watched the little trailer. I was like, not yet. Like, I'm not ready. I can't, dude. I'm not ready yet. I watched Mon Laferte. Haven't watched her documentary yet either. And then we watched Rosalia. I know I need to watch it.
I mean artist. I haven't seen it either.
I was like, damn, because I know she went through some hard shit.
Girl.
Mon Laferte, yeah. So
her
I'm
music
like,
too.
I really resonate with her as an artist, as a person, as a musician, everything. I'm just like, oh, Mon. You went through some shit and you're still here, you know? So super inspiring. And then Rosalia is another artist that we went and saw. I guess somebody that I would want to see. See, I already watched Bad Bunny. So like all of my favorite artists I've already seen. Buy me some time. Who's your favorite? Or who do you want to watch?
Somebody that I've always wanted to see. It's probably not going to be the same now because it's been a long time and she's going through a lot with health issues. But Celine Dion was the one person that I wanted to see so badly in concert before.
Yeah.
I told my brother it's a bucket list thing. It is. And then she got sick. And yeah, so that was a person that I have always wanted to see live in concert because of the fact, like, it's Celine Dion.
Yeah, she's a mastermind.
Freaking beast.
Yeah,
you know?
Beast.
So it's like, part of me still wants to see her because I mean she did make a comeback and she did work on herself, and people are like, well, you know, in some parts she's lip singing. I'm like, she's standing upright and she's putting on a show for y'all.
Yeah,
respect her because I mean just the fact that she can actually like stand, you know, she has stiff person syndrome, and basically what that does, if you watch the documentary, because that one was hard, documentary was hard, dude. I wouldn't watch it again.
Wait, where is it? Where
she talks about her, I don't know where it's at, but we did watch it I think it's on Prime.
On Prime, okay.
I think. Don't quote me.
Okay, so we have 3 documentaries to watch, y'all, myself included.
And
so
it'll be on our Spicy Takes.
Right? It's like, okay, we're gonna do a little, what is it, recap?
Yeah.
Our Spicy Takes on these. And then the Celine Dion. Okay, I need to watch those.
So she actually goes into like a convulsion where she stiffens.
Oh my God.
She can't breathe. She has people around her and she's literally like stuck. And these are episodes that she experienced all the time, you know? And there's different triggers for it. And so, like, the fact that she's even appearing in front of people and trying to sing or even just, you know, that's
tough. That is really
just
tough.
the fact that she's able to be there, you know?
And she is being super vulnerable because she knows that at any moment this could happen. And if it happens in front of her fans, like, that is tough to go through. Like, you don't want to show that to your fans.
You know, I mean, I think there's a lot to it because it's like us as women, we hold ourselves to a specific standard. Most women, especially most women that are performing. We don't want people to see the worst of us.
Yeah.
Ever. Ever. And that it goes for everything, for the way we look, the way we dress, the way we are outside of the stage or off the stage or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't want people to look at us and be like, oh, she's human, you know, there she is. Her human is showing, you know.
It's like, yeah, what is it so bad to be human, you know? Like,
guys, they don't have that problem. Like, literally wear the same shirt for the last 5 concerts and get away with it and be perfectly fine. Nobody's questioning them or the donut stain that they got on their shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you witness it in every genre, not just in Tejano, not just in cumbia, not just in, you witness it in everything. And you're just like, I wonder how bad that shirt smells.
Right.
You know, it's giving.
Stink. Okay. Damn. Yeah, I never thought about that, honestly, because it's just like, as a woman artist, I just want, I know what I want to look like and what I want to present myself like.
Yeah.
And like, speaking of men in the industry, I'm going to bring up Justin Bieber because he was in LA with SZA. And it's not our Spicy Takes yet, but I'm going to bring it up because I watched the clip of him, you know, doing the snooze, yeah, doing snooze with SZA, and he was just like not in, he was just not, he was feeling it a little bit too hard, if you know what I mean.
He was feeling something.
He was feeling it a little bit too hard. But for me, when I saw that, I was like, wow, that is a very big indication that I will never ever drink alcohol on stage or try any other type of substance on stage, because as a woman, if that was me, they would be trash talking me, ripping me apart. But because it's Justin Bieber, some people are like, oh man, he's just feeling it. Like, he's so emotional. White boy can get down. Da, 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 da. Other people are like, oh no, he was, you know, on whatever the heck is he's on or whatever, you know, allegedly. I'm not going to put that shit out there. But
we all know.
When you see the video, you'll see the video. And so for me, it was just like more confirmation of like, okay, definitely going to have to be sober at all times.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in hell I'm going to be caught up in a video looking like that.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those, like, you see it in the industry, we are living through it, and you have to make your own decisions and your own choices as to like how you want to portray yourself. So I guess I've never really thought about it in that perspective, because I've always had to think about just like me per se, of like, okay, if I were to do this, how is it going to be portrayed in the media, even though I'm not there yet, you know? But if you make it a like routine, if you make it a part of your lifestyle, you don't have anything to worry about.
Well, I mean, people are also like backtracking on so many artists and what they said and what they did. And I'm like, I understand that whole thing, but you also have to remember that people do grow. Some people for the better and some people for the worse. And, you know, sometimes when you backtrack on a lot of things when you're younger, we say a lot of stupid shit. You know, and I'm one of those people that you know, I, you know, wasn't on my game. I wasn't always the person that was thinking, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to go be a star over here. Or I'm going to win this, or you know, like everybody has a different mindset before fame or before any kind of like accolades or awards are given. So there's some grace that needs to be also given to people because
Absolutely.
again, we're all human.
Mm-hmm.
We all go through our own things. So
yeah,
sorry,
no,
there's kids and I'm hearing Wah!
We go through shit.
Perfect timing too. All right,
the children were paid actors.
Nobody was harmed in the making of the podcast.
Yes, exactly. See, for me, I think the person I would want to see is already dead. That's why I don't think I would be able to answer that completely.
If we could revive them.
But if I could bring them back to life, I think I would love to see the Rocío Dúrcar perform live, and then maybe have Juan Gabriel as her special art as like guest artist. I think that would be like, oh my God. And then one place and time that I would love to travel to would be the rooftop concert that the Beatles gave.
Oh, yeah.
I would definitely want to go back in time and like just place me right there on the roof with them. You know, I want to be right there. So yeah, the people I want to see are already dead.
Girl, me
unfortunately.
Too. Girl, me too.
Because yeah, like I said, I've already seen all of the artists that like I really love and connect with. So it's just hard. Because for me, it's like tickets are already getting more and more expensive, and like Natalia Lafourcade was one of those artists that like I wanted to see again, and definitely was like on my bucket list to watch her again. So yeah, it's just
sometimes it's worth
already
it.
Been there, yeah.
Sometimes it's worth it. The person that I've been wanting to see recently is Billie Eilish because I connect with a lot of the music that she's created, a lot. You know, not this last album. This last album was art. Okay, yeah. It was a masterpiece.
It got ripped. Like,
yeah,
from everything.
It was amazing, and it was simultaneously stitched in with other songs. Like, there's I've been watching a lot of videos of her explaining why she did it this way or what she added to, and then her little ad-libs that you can't necessarily hear unless you really pay attention.
Yeah, the subliminals.
Yeah. So that's one of the artists that I want to go see, because being such a young age and having this like mentality of music, and people are like, well, she doesn't really sing. Yes, she does.
Yeah, she does.
Yes, she does.
I guess one last band I would want to see is if they come to Dallas. I think I am going to get a ticket because they've been coming to Dallas quite frequently, actually. Los Angeles Azules.
Yeah.
Next time they come, I think I'm going to get tickets to them just because it's like their cumbia band and we do a lot of their songs.
Yeah.
So I may be able to write it off if I take notes, you know. So
she said, I'm going to write it off on my taxes.
I'm going to write it off and say, you know, I'm taking notes. This is a cumbia band.
For science.
For science. Want to make sure I got everything right. Okay. So yeah,
the form.
Yes.
Music theory.
Okay, they're doing a turn right here.
The chord progression is.
Exactly. Oh, we need to use that in our band.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think next time they come, I may do that just so I can see them do this live.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see who comes to Dallas soon. And it's so crazy because sometimes we go to concerts that I had no business being at, you know.
Girl, tell me about it. Tell me about it. How many concerts I went to and I was like, it's great.
I just don't know. I only know one song. Okay, only one song. And oh my gosh, the one concert I'm thinking of, I think it's like 3 Doors Down.
No, you didn't.
I think it was them. 3 Doors Down, or I can't remember. It might not be them. I don't know. It was like a rock band.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Girl,
I only know one song. I don't remember the
middle school era.
Yes. And we literally talked to the singer, the main singer. I didn't even know his name or nothing. We're just like, hey, how's it going? We're like at the trailer park, or not the trailer park, the little where they park their big old trailer. We're just like by there, and he came back and he was talking about he had gone to Nebraska Furniture Mart because his wife was like, you better get me this and this and this, and he was like, man, that place is gigantic.
It really is.
We're like, yeah, it really is. And we're like, well, we were talking to him about Nebraska Furniture. And then we go to the concert, but we get there fucking late and we missed the one song that we wanted to listen to. So we got there at the very end.
Don't you love it when it's just the one thing you really, really wanted, and
it was just like nothing but white people around us, drunk as fuck, and like singing like, yeah, and we're like, We don't fucking know this song. Damn it. We missed it. We thought we thought he was gonna close with that one.
For whatever reason,
why didn't he close with
I can't see you at a Three Doors Down concert.
Yeah,
for whatever reason. I don't know.
No. Yeah, no. Not my space for sure. But we enjoyed it. We had fun. We've also been to like different shows because our friends are performing with them.
Yeah.
So we love supporting our friends. But yeah, like some of these concerts, I had no idea what the hell was going on. The guy who does a sledgehammer or something like that. I can't even remember his name right now, to be honest. Sledgehammer guy.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
The sledgehammer guy. Yes, we went to his concert, and I was just like, don't know who this is, but we're here.
We having a good time.
We're having a good time, and I'm here for it because I think I do enjoy those concerts that I don't know anything about, because it kind of takes me back to the classical era where you literally had to go to their concert to hear their music.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I like that. So if you want to invite me to a random ass concert, I'm there.
She's down.
I do not discriminate. Okay, so let me know.
Yeah. No, but ultimately, if y'all have specific concerts that y'all like, as far as artists or people that you're going to go see, definitely let us know in the comments.
Yes, please let us know. And if you have any questions for us, please DM us, Witty Witty Banter, or email us at wittywittybanter@gmail.com. Make sure to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Make sure to like our Spotify as well. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. And until next time, guys,
bye.